Now you know this just don't make no kind of sense. Walking around here is so intense. You make my heart beat. You make me feel so weak. Moving all around, from my head to the ground. You make my heart beat. You make me feel so weak. 'Cause everything you said went right straight to my head. Now you know this just don't make no kind of sense. Walking around here so intense. You make my heart beat. You make me feel so weak. Moving all around, from my head to the ground. You make my heart beat. You make me feel so weak. 'Cause everything you said went right straight to my head. Moving all around, from my head to the ground. Everything you said went right straight to my head. Oh, you make me feel so weak, yeah. Lying here alone, I went here by the phone. Oh, don't make no kind of sense. Feeling this intense. Oh, my heartbeat. Oh, sweet. Who make me weak? Yeah. Heartbeat. So weak. Heartbeat. So weak. Heartbeat. So weak. Heartbeat. So weak. Heartbeat, it doesn't feel 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 so weak. Heartbeat, it doesn't feel.
The all-new KBOB, Black on Black Community Radio 89.9 on your FM dial.
It's Mika, and DJ Perfecto in the morning. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday, 7 to 9 on KBOB 89.9 FM.
Hey, it's Denise with Addie Mae's Food for the Soul, where we cater to vegan, pescatarian, and everyday sultry soul food. We have meatloaf Mondays, taco Tuesdays, chicken wing Wednesday, turkey and dressing Thursday, fish Fridays, barbecue Saturdays, and Sundays is our sultry soul foods. We're located at 5266 North Peoria. You can contact us for call-in orders at 918-845-2989, and we also deliver with DoorDash. Hope to see you soon.
It's time for for the Bobby Eaton Show, where we tell our stories our way. Turn the volume up. It's the Bobby Eaton Show.
All right. Hey, welcome to the Bobby Eaton Show. This is where we tell our stories our way out of the heart of Black Wall Street, Tulsa, Oklahoma, where the massacre took place. And boy, do we have a great show for you today. Shaw is in the house, a conversation with Shaw, and we're going to be chopping it up and talking about some things. Meanwhile, I want to let you guys know about some things that are going on. We have a back-to-school bash. We're giving away a lot of backpacks on August the 17th. Yeah, August the 17th. I can't even remember. Out at the 36 Events Center. So we've all partnered up there. We probably got about 800 backpacks we're going to be giving out to students and kids. And we want you to participate in that. Come by there. Last year we did it. And boy, they were wrapped all around the street. And people were just everywhere. So just get there early so you can come and get your children a backpack or maybe some food. You know, we had some... food bank was out there also, and we're giving out gallons of milk and things of that nature right there for the community. So we are more than just a radio station. You know, we do things in the community cleanups, backpack giveaways, juice radio show, young people from various different high schools come in here and do a radio broadcast, and we just try to put something into our youth. And that's what we're going to be talking about a little bit today also, because we got another program that's been doing it for years and years and years, and that's with Doc Shaw, and we got his sons in the house, and we're going to be chopping it up. So you can dial the number 646-716-5525, and don't forget to press that one button. You got to press that one button if you want to talk on the air. We're here, Bobby Eaton Show, every Monday, Wednesday, 6 p.m. and on Saturdays from 12 to 2 p.m. You know, to stop by 1533 North Norfolk and come on by here and hold on one second. Check. Yeah, that's me. You know, man, we're not structured over here like that. We do what we want to do when we want to do it. So want you guys to participate. Come by. We are taking donations. Now, I'm letting you know right now, we need donations. We need help funding with some of our programs, Juice Radio Show, and other projects and things like that. You can come by here, cash app us at Eaton Media Services, you know, if you want to help out, and we can do it. So I got to pay some bills before we get started right here. They always say, hey, man, pay them bills. So that's what I'm going to do. All right. Stick around. I'll be right back.
Do you manage or own a business in North Tulsa? Websites for Good wants to help put you on the map. Google Maps. You're invited to our free pop-up event the last 2 Saturdays this August from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the TEDC East Suites in the Shops on Peoria. Learn how to successfully promote your business using Google Maps. No commitment, no catch involved. And we got prizes. 2 lucky participants are getting paid. All you got to do is enter is show up. Shout out to the sponsors, builders, and backers, Heartland Ford and Accenture.
We're ready for life beyond COVID-19, beyond boundaries. It's time to move beyond, connect beyond, celebrate beyond, live beyond. And the vaccine is our best shot at getting there. Get your free vaccine at vaccinate918.com today. Brought to you by the Tulsa Health Department.
Hello, Tulsa. This is Janetta Tolles with Sunday Dinner and More by Janet, your weekend soul spot. Every Saturday and Sunday from 11 a.m. until 4 p.m. We're located 531 East Apache in the historic Apache Circle Center. Of course, during these times, it's carry-out only, but you can call 918-951-5143. That's Sunday Dinner and More by Janet.
How to order chicken wings. Number 1, find a good wing spot.
I know a wing spot, Max Wings.
Number 2, decide if you want a combo or if you want to order a la carte.
Huh? What's that?
Well, combos come with chicken, veggie sticks, fries, and a drink for a discounted price. A la carte means that you order each item separately.
Ah, okay.
3, decide if you want bone-in, boneless, or cauliflower wings, and then determine the delicious flavor you want on your wings.
I didn't even know cauliflower had wings.
You learn something new every day. Have you been to Max Wings?
Yep.
Max Wings is located at 782 East Pine Street in Tulsa. We're open Monday through Thursday from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. and on Friday and Saturday from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Come to Max Wings, home of the dry rub fries.
Food on the Move and Morton Comprehensive Health Services presents the Drive-Through COVID Vaccination Clinic, happening May the 11th, 2021 from 4 to 7 p.m. The first 100 participants receive 2-dose Modernas or the 1-dose Johnson & Johnson. If you want to skip the line, call now at 918-388-1990. Food on the Move every Tuesday on Greenwood. Let's go fresh, Tulsa.
All right, hey, we're back on KBOB 89.9 on your dial, KBOB899.com. Go to the website sometime. You can see exactly what we got going on over here. In the heart of Black Wall Street, Tulsa, my name is Bobby Eaton, for those of you who don't know. Tune in to our show. I mean, I've done an abundance of shows up in here in the radio station. You know, I've had people in here. Danny Glover been up in here. Jesse Jackson been up in here. Umar Johnson, you name them. They've been right up in here in this little small radio station. And we continue to bring you information and news you can use. And we've got 14 shows over here. 14 different radio broadcasts throughout the week. And that's what we do. Time to do that. In the studio, Doc Shaw. How we doing there, my brother?
Doing good, man. Beautiful, man.
Man, glad to have you sitting up over there, man.
Hey,
you
man,
know.
thank you, man, for having us.
Yeah, me and you got history.
Yes, sir.
You got a lot of history, man.
Yes,
you know,
yes.
In all kind of ways, you know.
Yeah, you kind of inspired me to get into music.
Oh, really?
Yeah, when I was in junior high school,
okay,
your band came and played for an auditorium
at Booker T.
No, this was at Anderson.
No, at Anderson?
Yes.
Okay.
You played 992 Arguments.
Really?
Your band played that, and it was a surprise.
I thought it was at Booker T.
No, it was at Anderson.
At Anderson?
Yeah.
We came over to Anderson. Wow.
And I didn't even know that.
Now you talking about the Liberators band?
The Liberators.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Was it a Booker T?
It was Booker T.
Booker T? Okay.
It had to be Booker T because we had came home from Central State, I think, from college during spring break, and we came over there, and you guys was at Booker T.
It was a shock because nobody knew you all were coming.
They didn't.
And they opened up the curtains.
Yeah, right. Because
Marty was on saxophone.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
On the bass. You had to kick that little leg up. That was
that's my little thing I used to do all the time.
Right. Yeah.
I used to kick that leg up in the air and everybody. You know what I mean? Yeah, that was funny, wasn't it, man?
Yeah. So we go way back.
We go way back
Yes,
there,
sir.
man. You had all those. You had some singers too, like who was singing around there at that time? Marion Canillas,
and Milton,
Anna
Cortez.
a lot of talent.
My cousin Kim Shaw. She was singing with me. And
singing with you. I remember looking out in that audience and seeing all your guys out there.
Right.
And we was out there, them horn section,
everything, man. I was in a band too. I was at the Cold Black.
Right, Cold Right, exactly.
Perry Wright.
P. Wright. Man, bless his soul,
I know, man.
You know, he was a good guy.
He used to come pick me up, man, to practice, man. It's rain, sleet, or snow in his truck, and I throw my saxophone in the back. And we'd be gone. So,
Who was in that band?
You
remember?
Ray Allen.
Ray Allen
played guitar. Perry. Drumsky played drums.
Yeah. Okay.
Drumsky was on the drums. James Davis.
Late
singing.
James Davis.
Late James Davis.
Uh-huh.
He was one of the singers.
Mm-hmm.
And Gilbert. What was his name? He played the
pretty decent sized group, right?
Yeah, it was nice, man. We played everything, man.
I think I was gone sometime around that time. I don't know.
I think you were.
I think I was gone. Yeah.
Yeah.
But hey, man, there's been a few bands and a few things happening.
Yeah.
You know, and you guys were performing back in the day. We all were performing. That's when you had a whole bunch of bands.
You had bands practicing, performing, playing in the neighborhoods.
Man, you had so many bands.
007.
Oh man, it was Blue Moon, Rose Room.
Yes.
All them different venues we had over here in North Tulsa to play at.
Yeah.
You know, I could just pick up the phone and call a nightclub and say, "Hey, man, what's happening this weekend?" If we didn't have a gig, they say, "All right, y'all come on down." You know what I mean? And we just go set up and just go play. We play in the park for free.
Yeah.
Don't you remember? Yeah. BC Franklin Park. Just
Sundays
all day long.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't all about the money. It was about the music.
Right.
Yeah, packed. Yeah, packed. Now, you and a good friend of ours, Billy Bruner, got together and y'all formed Teaspoon, right?
Teaspoon.
Tell us, how did that come?
In a live room.
Yeah, how did that come about?
You know, it was, I was just getting back from the East Coast, and Billy was here and I was here. And I think we started playing in the church at first, Church of Living God. He was the music minister there.
Mm-hmm.
And so he said, "Man, come help me out, sing in the choir." Da, da, da. I said, "Okay, man, that's whatever,
Oh yeah, they was.
And so, but then I had started a studio. It was called Creative Eyes Studio. I made it. It was part of my dad's old barbershop that was in the back.
Right.
And so
I remember.
We just started kind of jamming together and playing. And so we decided to form a band. And he would say that he came up with the name Teaspoon, but I came up with the name Teaspoon.
So you came up.
Yes,
y'all argue back and forth who came up with that name.
Because it was out of teaspoon and then it was out of razor blade. It was like something crazy,
Uh-huh.
And so we was over the house drinking tea. And I said, "Man, what about Teaspoon?" And so we said, "Oh yeah, well, let's stick
y'all were
with that."
drinking tea.
Yeah, we was over drinking tea.
Mm-hmm.
And I just looked down, saw the spoon. I'm like, "What about Teaspoon?" And it just stuck. And so we just went with it.
All right. You came up with that name.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. You guys were started performing out in the public, right?
Mm-hmm. Started performing out in the public, and then I had a can't get it out.
That's okay.
Coming from the East Coast, we recorded. I was in a singing group in the East Coast, and we had a single. We made and so when I came back, I kind of brought that game back and said, "Hey man, look, if we get a single out, we could be considered as recording artists,
right?
And we can ask for more money in the clubs." So I created this label called Oil Capital Records.
I remember.
I drew a little Oil Capital written out, and so we would make these little 45s, had them pressed up out of Dallas.
Right.
We sent them in there, put our name on them, send them in. I remember when I first got the box back, man. I can still smell the freshness.
Fresh and all them 45s, huh?
And it was crazy because I could get record radio stations to play it, because when I called, they said, "Yeah, I'm from Oil Capital Records." They said, "Capital Records?" I said, "Yeah." Capital Records.
Play off of that, right?
Yeah. Capital Records. I said, yeah. And they start adding us to different
playlists and stuff.
Different
like
playlists, man.
Yeah, program director.
But then they start playing them on the radio. Ron Alexander, he had a radio station in Muskogee.
I remember that too.
And then KBOK. K Black was in American Beauty Products.
Was that Radio Vision?
It was Radio Vision, yeah, exactly. That was with Eddie Harris and
Sansaray and all
them. And then they would play, Ted Terry. They would play it, and so we started getting a lot of airplay, man. And so it worked.
It worked, huh?
It worked.
Okay.
It was a hustle, though, man.
It was a hustle.
We had to rent equipment and rent the van. Put all the equipment in if we was going to Oklahoma City.
It's playing everywhere, huh?
everywhere. Yeah, man. It was it was a grind, but it was fun. Ducky was in the band.
Oh yeah,
Played the
late
drum.
Ducky, Donald Walker.
Donald Walker. Kevin Stewart, he played the bass.
Yeah. Oh, Kevin playing bass.
Kevin played bass.
Yeah,
man.
Kevin is still incarcerated.
Yeah,
man,
man.
right to this day.
That was unfortunate.
Yeah, unfortunate. Yeah.
And I learned early on, no matter how talented you are, you have to make room for your issues, and we have to make room for each other's issues, and that was one of my the whole concept behind when I started, my nonprofit working with kids.
I got a question.
Yes, sir.
Where my credits at?
I got you. I got your credit right there. Right?
I used to tease y'all about
I know,
that.
right?
At a school dance, right?
Right.
Yeah. That's all good in the neighborhood, though. But y'all went on and you did some things, and one of the songs that really hit for you guys regionally around the region was what if you still
say yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, say yeah.
Say yeah.
If
and
you
Sweetness
really
was on the jukebox. And what's that? After I was spot.
Point After.
Yeah, Point After. When everybody went to eat, they had a jukebox in there.
Oh, you talking about
right on.
King Arthur.
Yeah, King Arthur.
Yeah, right. Everybody knew King Arthur. That's what we went after.
We used
fried
to go in
chicken.
Yes.
Fried chicken right after 2:00.
Right. Fried chicken, man, it'd be packed in there, and here comes the song on the jukebox.
Yeah, they play it on the jukebox. That was like the hit.
That was a hit.
It was smash.
And it was easy to get that on there, man. I just called the people to say, hey, can you add, the song in the jukebox? What do we need to do? They said, well, just get it to us. And that was it.
Yeah, man. Great things happen.
Yeah.
Huh? So your stint, let's go back. Your stint in New York. Now, you did some stuff there. Didn't you do the Apollo?
Yes, sir. Did the Apollo Theater. I was, it was crazy because the audition line in Apollo was like around the corner. And they said, it's a 3-year waiting list.
To get on Apollo.
To get on Apollo. And I think I when you audition, it's like 10 seconds. That's all they need to hear. It's okay, thank you. I'm like, I didn't even, I didn't even give them a growl.
The first verse.
Right. And so, but they said, well, we'll contact you. We'll let you know. They said, well, it's a 3-year waiting list. I said, well, really, I wanted to do this so bad, because I don't have that long to live,
Is that what you told them?
That's what I told them. And so they bumped me up, what I'm saying? And I was just saying, hey, all we got is today. We really don't.
Right, that's true. You don't know about tomorrow. You're right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so I got to do it, man. It was just amazing, man. Matter of fact, before Ray Chu got there, I got to tune the band up because I'm out on the stage, just taking it all in, And the band came in, they wanted me to say, anybody know how to play the piano? I said, yeah. So I'm hitting E, G,
right.
So they can tune them up.
Tune them up. Guitar players and bass players and stuff.
But one of the highlights of that, man, was Wesley Snipes and his bodyguard came down after my show and just to holler at me, man. He was hot then. New Jack City and all that. He was hot at that time. So
that was good, man.
Yeah, it was good.
That he was able to come down there and check you out like
that.
Yeah,
man. So it was I got to rub the stomp.
Yeah.
Before I went out.
Right. Everybody got to do that, right?
Everybody got to do that.
Yeah, before you go out there.
Yeah, so it was.
What happened after you got out there?
Well, it kind of, when I started singing at first, it kind of started, it was almost, I heard a couple of boos.
Did you?
Yeah, but then after I got into it, it was like, ooh, because I was performing in a band in Atlanta, so I was performance ready.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so I did My by Johnny Gill. And so I was ready because I just did some of the stuff that I did on the live show. And man, it went crazy. You know what I'm saying? So it was real good.
That's good. And then you came on back to Tulsa, huh?
Then I came on back to Tulsa, found out that my name was in USA Today for being on there the next day.
Right.
Came back to Tulsa, decided, man, that I wanted to just started,
Well, okay, now let's back up. Okay. You got an education. When did that start?
Right out of high school. I left, I graduated from Booker T and left and went to South Carolina. and went to Allen University and got my bachelor's in music, vocal music.
Mm-hmm.
In South Carolina. That was like 4 years. I was in South Carolina, was my home. And so I left there, came back. When I came back, that's when I formed the group.
The band.
Right, with Teaspoon, yeah.
Teaspoon.
Yeah. And then ended up going back to school.
While you were here?
Right? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I went back.
Got your doctorate?
Got my master's from OU.
Mm-hmm.
Graduated that Thursday. That Monday, I was back in the class working on my doctorate. I got my doctorate from OSU.
Great accomplishments, man.
Yeah, man. I got to do something with my time.
Yeah, right. Yeah, some good stuff, man.
It's legacy time.
That's the good part, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good thing.
So, but it's legacy time, man. And
it's
things that
it is.
Just want to lead this world
now
a lot better than what I found it.
You formed an organization, nonprofit organization, Pocket Full of Hope.
Yes.
How did that come about?
Well, I work with several nonprofits. I work with METSS, Metropolitan Tulsa Substance Abuse Services. I work with Palmer Drug Abuse Services. Then I started working with Family and Children's Services. I was working in 13 housing complexes, creating programs. And so a lot of the programs that I created was what I knew, which was music based. But I was also getting people in different rehab centers, referrals if they needed mental health stuff. And so I was working on my master's at the time. It was a gangs, drugs, and violence class at OU. And I was just doodling on the paper. And all the material that I was studying was, talking about kids who were, it was like pockets of despair, pockets of poverty. And I'm like, where are the pockets of hope? And so I knew where those pockets of hope was. It was in these housing complexes where kids, all they needed was the space provided for them and the opportunity. And so I said, how about a pocket full of hope? And that's how the name came out. But the concept was to teach them learning skills and life skills using music, theater, and dance. And then later on, we added the videography and the photography. Mm-hmm. So it's been working.
And you've been in existence for how long now?
21 years this year.
That's a long time, my brother.
Long time, man.
Mm-hmm.
Long time.
That is a long time.
It is a labor of love, man. When you get those letters and emails from people who've been in there and, and writing you say, hey, man, Pocket was my life. I used to get home. My dad was not around. My mother was working. I come home to the empty house and I couldn't wait to get back to Pocket, So we've been serving a lot of kids, man. And now the kids that are in Pocket now, they weren't even born when we started Pocket.
Wow.
Yeah. So
yeah, and you get a lot of kids who probably come back after years and come back to Pocket just to see how you're doing and see how things are going on, right?
Oh yeah, it's required, man. It's called our Pocket Players. When they graduate, they come back and they help the kids with fear of going to college or whatever. They say, hey, man, I went to college. It ain't. It's not what you think.
Yeah, right. Some are married and stuff.
Yeah, married, got kids, and they come back and they help out and mentor them, whether they're tutoring or just
great program, man.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it, man.
Great program, man. We've been following Pocket for a while now. Now, moving forward, man, who you got in the studio with you, man?
Well, I got the one and the only. I got Red Cell Shaw. Yeah, Red Razy. And I got L2.
Oh,
we L2 named Lester Shaw II. And as you know, Red Cell is Lester spelled backwards.
Right. I didn't know that till today.
Yeah.
I didn't know it till today. Man.
Right.
I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Now I looked at it and I said, oh, boy. How you guys doing?
Doing great.
Doing great,
Thanks
man. You guys have musical skills and all kind of acting skills and all just skills, period.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? So, do you think you get some of that from your pops?
Oh yeah, we were able to see them. Yeah. You are what you see.
And when you grow up, you see what you see, huh?
Yeah. So
I'm doing what you're doing.
It was mandatory.
Yeah, it was mandatory.
Mandate right there. So I understand that you guys got music out, a lot of good music. L2, you got some Billboard stuff that didn't happen.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? Rick, you got some bunch of songs, man, going. and stuff like that, because I kind of follow you guys, you know, because you're like fam, you know what I mean? So I'm Uncle Bobby, you know what I mean? And I follow you, and I'm just so proud of the work that you've done, you know, out here in this world that we live in.
Oh yeah.
So what are some of the things that you think that have you been able to do to get these accomplishments?
Man, I know one thing Pop said, how do you catch a buffalo? You got to go where they roam, you know. So 05, we made a trip to Atlanta, and we all went out there. Who was that had the music conference?
It was a music conference,
Her name, sweetheart, from graduated from Boogie T.
Crystal.
And
Jordan.
we got out there, and I seen it. It was. We were talking to, you know, the other superstars, like right now. They were just like this.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, we got to get to the A. And got down there. Man, that journey was, man, we slept in the car the first 9 months.
I've been there before. I understand.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know that. They never told me that.
Yeah. But we
on.
were getting guided by Mace. Mace, he was up there. He was preaching at the time. And he said, this is a gym you wanna play ball at and work out. These are the studios you want to be at, the people that you want to be around. Showed us the spots.
Mm-hmm.
And that pushed us like, man, 200 times, you know. And
now where you didn't know.
I know they were sleeping in the car.
Yeah. You didn't know that.
So
Did you know?
Not really. I mean, I talked to him every now and then. He was at the studio. You know, he was working hard until I came down there.
Yeah, well, you're paying some dues.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's some dues. That's what we call paying dues.
Oh yeah.
Eating bologna sandwiches and stuff, man.
Right.
You know.
And what's crazy is when we went down there in 05, there was a lawyer that I met. Walked up to me and was like, "Can you drive me home? I'm drunk." And I'm like, "Well, is this how Atlanta get down?" I wasn't ready for that.
A lawyer?
Lawyer, yeah. So, and that's all it was. I said, "All right, y'all, I'm about to go take her home." And took her home. She ended up allowing us to come stay at the house when we went back down there. But it was so far from Atlanta. There and back, it was 3 hours, that traffic. That's when I was like, oh, nah, we sleeping in this car, man, because we're missing all the action driving there and coming back, you know. And that's the difference from being comfortable and actually going out there and getting it, you know. So we made that decision, and we were in the car, but we were with the stars, you know.
You were with them.
We
Even
are
though
the company we
you
keep.
were sleeping in the car.
Yeah.
You were still around the action.
Oh yeah. So we met Mace 2 weeks out there, and we being Session. I know. Shout out to Session. I seen his Rolls Royce at Lenox Mall, and I asked the valet. I said, "Whose car is that?" He said, "That's Mace." I said, "All right, I'm gonna sit here." And you're not supposed to sell CDs out there, but I'm knocking them out. Mace come out with like 13 people, and he's like, I walk up to him. I said, "Mace, nice to meet you. I need to be on your next album." He said, "My next album, I don't know what you do." I said, "I sing. I'll sing right now." He leaves the bunch, walks back into the mall, brings a young lady out. He says, "Sing to her." And mind you, we're sleeping in the car. I wake up, I got 12 missed calls from Mace. "Yo, this is Mace. Meet me at the same spot we met yesterday." We get there, we go get some lunch. We pull up to the studio, which happened to be the Corner Boys, which some other producers we've been looking for, not knowing that they were in Atlanta. So now he drives us up to the Corner Boys studio, and they're the band at his church. So that's two birds, one stone. And now we do a song with Mace, and then the Corner Boys end up doing one of my dad's songs over that I presented to him for Father's Day. So it was the whole connection, man. Is, you know, we're brothers to this day. You know, shout out Corner Boys, you know, Pierre, Rico Love, all them guys out there, man.
In Atlanta.
Yeah.
You've been going back and forth to Atlanta for years,
Yes,
right?
sir. Yes, sir.
Doing music and all. You know what? I saw you in somebody's airport on some billboards or something like that, man. Was that for who was that for?
That was for the Greenwood Arts
No, it was
project.
Greenwood Arts Project. No, not
before
Greenwood.
then.
Before
Before
that?
the end, man.
Oh,
before any of
cricket.
that, I
Was it?
saw you on some cell phone or something.
Oh, that was that was a cricket
Cricket
and then what's
Yeah.
the store?
Radio Shack.
Radio Shack.
Radio
yeah.
Shack back
Yeah.
in the day. I said,
Uh-huh.
man, I went in radio. That's what it was.
Yeah.
I went in radio. I said, man, look at that too right here. What, man? I was like, yeah, that's the way you do it. So
Yeah.
you got some national attention behind Radio Shack with that, right?
Indeed.
Yeah, right. I saw that. I mean, man, it blew me
Yeah,
away.
that was nice.
You know, it was nice. How did you hook that up?
I flew to LA and I was staying out there for a little while, and I'm looking in Craigslist for photographers, and I just found a photographer, and he just so happened to be booking shoots, and man, he had all kind of stuff prepared. He just needed that look,
Mm-hmm.
You know,
so he's just sending them out.
So
Yeah.
you had that look,
He
the hair and all of
yeah,
that,
yeah.
huh?
He wanted that.
Yeah, wanted that. Yeah, I saw that, man. That's a great thing, man.
Oh yeah.
That you showed up like that.
Yeah, and that's half the battle is showing up.
Mhm.
You know, a lot of times we get them bubble guts, what you call it, the nerves, and that'll stop a lot of people.
Yeah, well,
You know what I mean?
confidence and not believing that you can accomplish goals, you know, is one thing that stops a whole lot of folks, man,
Oh, yeah.
from actually, you know, Doc Shaw, you know that for yourself. A lot of people talk what they want to do and how they want to do it, but they never do it.
Never do it, man.
Never do it.
It's a lot of times talking is really them doing it, you know. And a lot of people just have temporary inspiration. You know, they want to do it, but for some reason, they just can't connect the dots. And then a lot of times, people just don't want to put in the work.
That's the main, and be consistent.
And be consistent, man. It's a hustle, man. It's a grind, and to be consistent. And I learned early on, man, from my mom and my dad, man, to be, you know, the worth ethic. You know what I mean? It's what it takes. And a lot of people can't take people telling you no.
Right.
They can't take the rejection.
Well, you know, a lot of people see when you look at the great ones, when you look at, in order to win, you got to lose.
Yeah.
You know, you look at Muhammad Ali, he lost. You know, you look at Michael Jordan, he didn't lost before.
Yeah.
All the great ones have lost at one time or another. So, and failure is something that some people fear so much
Right.
that they fail and they never continue on their journey.
I'm gonna tell you what saved me out there was what my father had already accomplished. So I had a little backing that I could fail and learn at the same time, you
Mhm.
know, because it was always about the icing. I tell my kids that we already won, so everything you're doing is just icing on it.
Right,
cake, you know.
exactly. I tell mine the same thing.
Yeah.
I say the footwork and the footprint's already there. You just got to do, like you say, put that icing on top of it, you know, and that's what it is. Don't you feel that way, Red?
Oh yeah. I do. Being the youngest, I mean, it's always been a competition challenge thing with me. You know what I mean? I was just, I got to show up. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Always. You know, I was young. You know what I mean? I've been singing for, I guess I've been singing longer than them. You know?
You've been singing longer, huh?
Yeah. I was little. You know, I couldn't be scared. You know.
No, you can't have that fear.
No.
You know, you got to get out there and go for it.
Oh yeah.
That's one thing that I knew coming from Tulsa, Oklahoma, and going to Hollywood and living out there. And back in the day, you remember Doc Shaw when we did that, and Gap Band, and all of us was out there. We didn't have the fear.
Right.
There was no fear. You know, it was like, you know, okay, we were living in Tulsa, and we were seeing all these artists on TV and all these people we looked up to, you know, and we had all these bands around here locally. And we said, when we got to California, we were putting them on very high standards. But when we got out there, we realized, wait a minute, man, hold on, we just as cold as they are.
Right,
You know what I mean?
right,
Wait a minute,
Yeah.
man, he don't play bass no better than I do.
Right.
You know what I mean? But he's on TV and doing all of this stuff.
Right.
You know, and the recognition started taking place. You know, that's how we ended up going through all of that because the Tulsa talent was there.
Mm-hmm.
And the respect started coming. Them Cowboys is something else.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
from
yeah,
Tulsa, boy, you better watch out them Tulsa musicians. And that's the way they started talking.
Right.
And we just started knocking down doors, and we wasn't eating bologna sandwiches no more. And, you know, pots of spaghetti and all of that kind of stuff, and sleeping in the corners of a one-bedroom apartment, 10 people, you know what I mean? And because that love for music just overshadowed everything.
Right.
And one mistake that I think a lot of us made, though, back in those days, it's called a music business, right?
Mhm.
We were just doing the music.
That's it.
We wasn't handling the business.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And that's where we got taken, and a lot of things started happening. You know, and it wasn't until actually I started playing with Natalie Cole that I could start breathing. You remember?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, and I started, you
Yeah.
mean I get my own room on the road?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
We get to do this. I'm traveling the world. I'm going places. I'm getting gold and platinum records and all this stuff. And I said that was a breath of fresh air after coming out of that Total Experience Records deal.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because that was rough. You
Yeah.
know, that was rough times and stuff. You guys came out there. You was out there for a minute, wasn't you?
Yeah, I came out there with a singing group.
A singing group.
That's the
Right,
first time I
exactly.
came out there. That's where I met Marvin Gaye.
That's right.
I came to one of your
So,
parties.
You can't. Ooh, don't talk about the parties, man. You know, who was out there when? Who was at the party when you came? They threw me in the pool, didn't they?
Everybody, yeah, they threw you in the pool. They couldn't throw Charlie in the pool. He
No, they couldn't throw Charlie.
Charlie was fighting or whatever.
Yeah, they picked me up and threw me in my own swimming pool. You know, with all my clothes on.
I think Drumsky and somebody else came and picked me up. Who was it?
Yeah, you was out there. You was at the
Hollywood
party.
Hotel. Yeah,
You was at that party.
Uh-huh.
Was Natalie there that time too?
she came later. I think.
Yeah, I think she did. Peebo, was he in there?
People, oh man, there was a lot of people there. Man.
Jones Girls and all them.
Yeah.
Yarborough Peoples.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, it was a big party.
Yeah.
You know, and I was trying to party back in them days when I should have had me a little 1-bedroom apartment, saving my money, getting some stocks and bonds.
Right.
You know what I mean? You know, but yeah, but it was fun.
It was
know,
fun, man.
It was enjoyable.
That's what you mean, you know.
That's what we do.
That's what we do, man. That's, you know, you out there, you just kind of kick it. You know?
Just kind of kick it.
Yeah.
And everybody kind of helped everybody out a little bit.
Yeah.
And whatever we could do back in those days.
Went to George Clinton's World Funk headquarters.
Oh, yeah.
It was so chaotic. I said, I don't know how they take care of their business or whatever. It was just chaotic.
They didn't.
It was a big old party, man.
It's always a big party with George.
World Funk headquarters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
World Funk. When you know, Charlie and Rick James were friends.
Yeah.
I went with Charlie one time over Rick's house, and I said, "Man, I'll never go back." You know what I mean? Because it's too wild up in there for me.
Right.
Wow.
You know, so those lifestyles and stuff, man. You know, I say I'll never go back.
Right.
Ain't gonna get me back up in there, man. You know, and I thought I was doing wild stuff. You know, but that's just the nature of the beast. You know, but man, you guys have had so many accomplishments, man, and I just look at them. I'm looking back there in the back there, and I'm seeing some. Go grab one of those billboards over the L2, and bring it on over here with you. Bring them on over here with you. I want the people to see this, you know, and explain to us a little bit about what it is. Go ahead and turn it this way. Yeah.
So this is Lecrae. Lecrae was a I don't want to call
Get
him
a little closer to that mic.
I don't want to call him a gospel rapper, but he started in the church, and now he's out. But Lecrae has a label in Atlanta. I was able to sing and write along with Session his first radio single.
Okay.
Which was this hit right here.
What was the name of
It's
it?
called what's the name of that song, Rick? I was praying for a 10, but I found the one. Yay.
Okay.
No girl
Special.
Yeah, special.
Ah.
So bam. So this right here is
That's his. Okay.
that's his. Yep. And this is Tadashi, which is an artist off of Lecrae's
Label. Okay.
This is went number one. We actually did this here in Tulsa, right at Pocket Full of Hope. Me and Rhett knocked this one out.
So
here.
that was on the gospel.
Yeah, this was on what is it?
Independent albums, gospel albums.
Yep.
Yeah, and top rap albums.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, man. So
it went number one, huh?
Went number one.
Hopeville hits, baby.
Well, that's good, man. That's an accomplishment, man.
Building them relationships out there in Atlanta, Street Symphony. You know what I mean? Shout out Street Symphony. Bangladesh, B Cox. These guys showed us how to work. You know what I mean? Mace, they showed us where to be. You know what I mean?
I want to ask both of you guys, in the music scene today. What do you guys think of the music scene that's going on today with today's entertainers and musicians and stuff? How do you feel about it? And be honest with me.
Man, it's a business, and the music that is being played.
Well, just say it. I mean, what is it? Because I see it all the time.
I mean, I don't like, even like with singing. I think, singing, first thing you want to sing on key. When you rapping or you singing, you want to be on beat. I'm not understanding that part of it, but I do appreciate the people that get to the spots they want to be. If
well,
that makes
let me
sense.
ask you this question: do you feel like some people have gotten to a certain spot in a certain level that really don't deserve to even be there, but they've done it through the business end of entertainment and music rather than the skill sets of being a true entertainer?
Now, being in it, I've seen both sides, because a lot of times of the ones that we feel don't deserve it, their hustle is harder than the ones that are born.
Yeah, well, that's the hustle part. Now, I understand the hustle part. I'm talking about mainly the talent part. That's where I'm talking about the talent part.
Nowadays,
because Doc Shaw, you remember back in the day, you had to have talent.
Yeah.
Right.
You couldn't get on that stage without any talent. But nowadays, you can get on, man. You can cut a whole album with just one or two people.
Right. And that's really goes back to what he just said. Because I remember, out in LA a couple times, I had to get back to my kids, ran out of money, whatever. And the person who was a lot less talented than I was able to stay out there. He was just available. He was available to do the track, whereas I had to leave.
Yeah.
But even now today, I think the field, YouTube, a lot of these different social media outlets, they sort of kind of level the playing field.
Oh yeah.
And so the standards are not even there. We used to be so concerned with 4K this, 4K that, and then you get somebody with a cell phone video, and they shoot the number one. Because people, I think, the standards have changed. The way people accept an artist now have changed. We used to have to wear suits and look good.
Yeah, we did.
Now you get out there,
that time frame, right
jeans and T-shirts, and you're still selling stadiums. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's
quite different.
It's quite different, man. It's and so I think there is a movement to sort of normalize, what everybody is think of what used to be a superstar.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When anybody can be a star now.
Right. Well, hey, we got a phone call right here.
Okay.
Let's see who's on this phone line right here. Caller, you on the Bobby Eaton Show? Hello, caller.
Yes, I want to ask Doc Shaw. No.
Are you there, caller? I guess you don't want to talk. Okay.
See, another thing I learned, In Atlanta, it was more so about the lifestyle, which goes back to the hustle. If you have enough money to pay people to pay for your stuff to be on radio or to be on this or be on that,
Payola.
yeah, you got it. You know what I'm saying?
And a lot of them do. They got money going all kind of ways. It's just that I hate to see.
And
Go
sorry,
ahead. Go ahead.
Before we say payola, it's more. It's Black Wall Street there. You own the radio station. You own the label. You own Magic City. So we breaking bread with each other.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know
In
what I'm
that
saying?
particular way.
Yeah. That's
now,
how
I'm
they
okay
get down.
with that.
Yeah.
You know, breaking bread with each other, but I'm just mainly talking about the talent.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I'm talking about.
talent.
You know,
Well,
I mean, I hear a lot of vocalists singing out of key and blah blah this and that. A lot of rappers just rapping and saying a bunch of trash, and they making way more money than Stevie Wonder made.
Right.
You know what I mean? And they're making,
Right.
you know, they just set a whole nother
now
musical concept, and I'm like, wow,
Right.
man.
Yeah. I from me looking at it from vocals as a vocalist and engineer. So I record a lot of different artists here. You know what I mean? And at first, from perfect. They got the perfect tone. You know what I mean? So I grew up. You gotta hit your notes. You gotta, you know what I mean?
Right.
So in there, I used to be in there cringing at times. Recording people like, do it again, do it again, until it came to a point. Let me stop trying to put them in a box because that's how I grew up and what my standards are. And then I just started letting them do them, and then I actually started appreciating them as artists. You know what I mean? Like it took away from you're not really good enough because it's people who like them. You know what I mean? Like somebody likes something. You know what I mean? So I got away from that. And now anybody that comes out, if I don't like it, I still be like, it's cool. You know
I guess it's kind of hard for us elders and older people because we so perfectionists when it comes to just the music and the ability to do things, and we just don't really settle. I remember, man, and sometimes it took a whole week to record one song because we'd have to get it right before we released it and let it out. We just couldn't just say, well, hey, man, go and put it out there. You know, back in my time, I'm just saying now, today's time is different. Like you said, you were cringing and stuff like that. Now you've got to the point where, hey, I'm just going to let them do their thing. If they sing out of key, they just sing out of key.
Yeah,
they play out, they play the bad notes, they just play the bad notes and just let it go. So I think we've gotten somewhere to some of that. Now, there is some good music out here.
Oh, yeah.
Still. I mean, when I hear Miss Sullivan singing, you know what I mean? And there's some good music out here. You know, and Bruno popping out some stuff that we can everybody can relate to.
Right.
You know, it's some good music still taking place and some good artists who are still making that good music, who are still kind of perfectionists when it comes to that. But
so when you think about that, like even in my career, like how do those great artists be able to afford the training? First, you got to want to be trained, and you got to be able to afford this trainer, that trainer, that trainer. And we used to get signed for that, for those what is it, artist development. And so now it's like just being great ain't enough. You know what I mean? Just like you can't go to the barbershop and walk out there and tell the barber, see you later.
You can't.
You got to break bread with them.
Yeah, you do.
You know what I'm saying? You just play some commercials. You know what I mean?
You gotta do it.
So it's got to be it's a business. You got to have that business. And we said it's the music business. And you just said that y'all were playing free at the park. That's a whole different love. That's a whole different grind.
It is.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, I guess that's what made us who we are, because we were so much into the music. It's the music necessarily. There's a lot of independence going on today. You know, people got their own label. They're handling their own publishing, their own writers. They're going in studios and the buttons to make it happen. You know, where we didn't have access to that. We had reel tapes, and you know, we just was in there playing. recording it
every day.
Every day.
Plus, they got us ready.
It got us ready. You had to prepare.
It got us ready. When we got out there, man, we were ready. We were fearless.
We were fearless
because we had the talent. We practiced. We were ready.
We weren't intimidated.
Weren't intimidated at all.
At all. We weren't intimidated, and that came natural.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't a. That was just. We just wasn't intimidated.
Yeah,
like
we going to turn it out.
Yeah, man. Take it to the stage.
Right,
sucker.
right.
Yeah, what George say, take it to the stage.
Right.
And that's what we did. That's why, I was talking to Charlie Wilson last week, and he's still carrying a torch, still out there doing that music, still a 68 years old man out there killing them. Wow. He knocking down young people. They don't want to go behind him.
Right.
You know what I mean? On them shows and stuff. And, to see that, I'm like, wow, man, he's one of the goose that lays a golden egg, and even in today's time, you know what I mean? So a lot of people probably know Charlie for the music that he does today, you know what I mean? And maybe a couple of Gap Band songs back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
But, it's totally different. He said he makes music for young people.
Yeah.
Because they're the ones who buying the music.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Now, Doc Shaw and I'm pretty sure we listen to the same stuff we've been listening to all our lives. You know what I mean? We don't want Frankie Beverly to make no new music. You know what I mean? We like what he got right now. Mm-hmm. We like the Lakesides and the SOS bands and and the cameos and shoot, man, we like that, man. So OJs and Isley Brothers,
right?
Speaking of old Uncle Charlie, man, last time I seen him in Atlanta, he hit me with that whistle.
Oh yeah, he been doing that.
Put me on stage.
That's what he did.
Handed me the mic.
Yeah, and let you blew a little
Come
bit,
on,
huh?
man.
Yeah.
Old school, man.
I got a story. About Charlie, man. I was over in Iraq. I spent 3 years in Iraq. So I was over there, and I decided I was going to take a vacation at a certain time. So you got to put in for it. I was a civilian contractor. I was making that 6 figures, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I saw some posters around the military base. Charlie Wilson entertains the troops. I said, "Oh man, my boy he coming to entertain."
Yeah.
Because I knew they was on them what they call them FO tours or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, "Okay, Charlie coming over here." But I said, "Oh man, he gonna come when I'm on vacation. I'm going back to Houston." I said, "I'm gonna miss the show." All of a sudden, the Prime Minister of Iraq put a lockdown on anybody coming and going. So I said, "Well, I'm here. I'm gonna see him." So here's what happened. Charlie came on the base, and I know where they house the entertainers on the base. Any entertainer that come, I knew right where to go. And I went over there, me and my partner, a partner of mine. And I had been telling everybody I knew Charlie Wilson. "Oh, Negro, you don't know no Charlie Wilson, man. Come on, man, Bobby, man, you don't know no Charlie." I said, "Yeah, man, that's my boy, that's dude, man, Tulsa, Oklahoma." They said, "No, man." So anyway, I went over there, and I knew where the mess hall was, and they had went over there and ate. So they had got on a bus, and they came back to the, the quarters where they stayed. And I just, from a distance, I just kind of stood back, and I watched them get off the bus one at a time. And all of a sudden, Charlie got off the bus. You know what I mean? And I stood back. And you know what I did? I say, dun, 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 dun.
The Hunter
Victory song. He started turning all around like this, spinning around in a circle. He say, "Bobby!" I say, "Charlie!" And we ran like two bulls and just collided. Bam! And we were just hugging, man. He said, "Man, look at us, man. 2 Negroes from Tulsa out in the desert." Whoa, man. And we just laughed, man. And later on that night, I said, "Man, where can I be?" They said, "Oh, man, you got carte blanche, wherever you want to go." I said, "Well, I don't want to just stand on the side in the wings while he up there performing. I want to go out in the audience, maybe where the sound man is, so I can get it." So I went out there in the audience, man. Charlie was up there on stage. He say, Where my homeboy Bobby Eaton at? Bobby, where you at, Bobby Eaton? And I waved like this, and everybody was looking at me. You know what I mean? I was like, he said, Bobby Eaton, Tulsa, Oklahoma. That's my homeboy. Bobby, you the boss of your house? You know, man, I had a ball, cool. Man. So that's my little story overseas with Charlie.
That's cool.
You know?
Yeah.
You know, and those are memories for a lifetime. I got pictures, I got videos, I got all that kind of stuff, man. But we've had a lot of different experiences with music and in entertainment, and a lot of stories to tell. I know you guys got a million of them.
Man.
So you can go ahead and tell some of those stories. But what's in the future, man? What's in the future for Doc Shaw?
Well, I'm going to tell some of those stories in my new book.
Okay.
It's called
Go ahead and tell those
The Doc
stories.
Shaw Experience.
Right. Go ahead and
Man,
tell
well, right now, we're still doing the Pocket Full of Hope. We are doing the Big Ten Ballroom. But currently, we have a new single out that we did collectively with the 1921 Black Wall Street Music Project.
Mm-hmm.
And also, it's called The Sun Will Rise Again. We almost got 30,000, just almost 30,000 views, man, in 3 weeks. Red has a new song called Red Hills.
Mm-hmm. We're going to get into some of that in just a minute.
And L2 has a new song called Dawn and Sweet Tender. And so we just collectively, we've been doing some things together. And individually, we've been doing some things together. But we always seem to come back and do something together, man. That's been one of my thrills in life, man, to be able to work with my sons and do some things like that.
That's a blessing, man. To be
it really is.
You know, for a man to be able to work with his children in the same fields that he's in, is a blessing. I mean, I got my son Trey, man, and we do a lot of stuff together, musically, you know, and that's just Trey's a funketeer, so he's still funking. You know what I mean? A young man with an old soul, you know what I mean? So that's what's going on, and it's a blessing to be able to. I was talking to Bill Bruner, you know, JoJo and his son, you know, and we got those youth who've come out of our seeds, you know what I mean, who continue on the legacy.
Oh yeah.
You know, y'all still making noise.
Yeah.
And I want to ask Red Hills, man. What was how did that come about, man?
Oh man.
Yeah, Red, tell us.
Red Hills.
Yeah, how that Red Hills. I'm looking at the album cover and it's a woman's heel.
A woman's heel.
Yeah, man. Tell us a little bit. Get in that microphone and tell us.
Well, honestly, it actually was a real experience. Being out one time in Tulsa, and a young lady, she had on a black, like all black, but red heels. You know what I mean? And we ended up dating and all that type of stuff. But one day I was listening to the track. You know what I mean? And and this was a long time. We broke up and everything. But I just visualized a video and went with it. I mean, I just pushed record. A lot of this stuff is just freestyle. You know what I mean? I just hit record at the studio and just start singing stuff. You know what I mean?
Started singing. Well,
Yeah.
we're going to play a little bit of that right now, man.
Sweet,
Red
sweet.
Hills. So y'all stick around.
Man, I'm just trying to get
Fighting now. Now that you already made your way inside of this party. Oh yeah. There ain't no need for your money. Yeah. I already put all your dreams on my tab. Oh baby. When you walked over, you instantly stole my heart. Will you catch me, baby? Every night while I'm sleeping, somehow I'm dreaming about you. I hope this time I'm not dreaming. It was those red heels, baby, that got my attention. And not to mention all the nights I yearn for you. I need to feel your touch. Don't fade away from me. No, 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 baby. No, baby. I'm too close if you go. I'm not sure that I will be okay. The tempo of your pulse matches my favorite song. I know you can feel this chemistry so strong. When you walked over, you instantly stole my heart. Oh, I'm falling fast. Will you catch me, babe? Every night when I'm sleeping, somehow I'm dreaming about you. I know this time I'm not dreaming. It was those red heels, baby, that got my attention. And not to mention all the nights I yearn for you. I need to feel your touch. Not now, I won't let this go. I want you. Side of
Red, man, that is so tight, man.
Appreciate it.
That's so tight, man.
Red used to be.
Hold on a second. You say Red used to be
Red
what?
used to be an observer. Red used to just kind of lay back in the cut and just kind of watch because everybody was always older than he was.
Mhm.
And so he used to just lay back and just watch. I used to could hear him at night, late at night, 4:00 in the morning. I'm hearing somebody in there laughing. He's on the couch still watching TV.
Just watching TV.
Yeah.
Cracking up, huh?
Crack his own drawers on. Just, but Red used to just sit and observe. And I remember when they were in their group 74110 with Sheena. We'd be rehearsing, and you think that Red would be messing up because he was the youngest, but he would always get his choreography right. And when everybody else was messing up, you know what I mean? So, but I just want to just say, man, I'm so proud of Rhett and how he is turned his musical skills, into something marketable, man, and legendary, and both of them have had an opportunity, man, to be around great artists, and they just internalize it and they take it in, man. I'm really proud of them.
Mhm. Do you guys get together and just write stuff together?
Oh yeah,
all three of y'all.
Mm-hmm.
We did.
You just collaborate on some
did
stuff.
our Christmas album. This
the
legendary
Christmas
right
album.
now.
Okay.
If it ain't no beauty, make some beauty. One of those songs that we did with Pocket Full of Hope.
Red wrote Sweet Tender.
Sweet Tender.
I produced it. Red wrote.
So y'all wrote it together?
Well, no,
you wrote it.
I sent him I produced it.
You produced the track.
Sent him the track, and he said 30 minutes it was over with.
So Sweet Tender, how did that come about?
That was it. I said, bro, I got a track I'm about to send you. I think you were working.
Yeah, I was at work. I was at Champagne's Metals, and I couldn't wait to quit that job.
Mhm.
God, but he sent me the track, emailed it to me, and I was sitting there, and it was like 19 seconds. You know what I mean? And the whole time I'm at work, I just kept listening to it. I'm like, man, I can't wait to get off so I go to the studio. Oh my God, I went there, and it was a wrap, man. Like literally 30 minutes, the whole song was done.
30 minutes.
30 minutes, man.
Lyrics and everything.
Lyrics and everything. Yeah, I just felt it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Wow. Put it together, and so you put it out.
Oh yeah.
All right.
And Sweet Tender.
Sweet Tender, huh?
Yeah, that's the one. They love it.
They love it. Well, hey, let's get into Sweet Tender a little bit right
Yeah.
quick. Let's see what's happening with that,
Sweet Tender.
on the Bobby Eaton Show. I need me a Sweet Tender.
Sweet Tender. That's how it
you
goes.
can get you one.
Same hips.
Right, man. Okay.
Always, my darling, should I wanna wrap you, my present, hold you tighter, babe, and you melt it. You make me open up my body. I'm flying, babe. Away, yeah, 'cause you're my sweet, yummy brown sugar, babe. And I wanna lay my kisses everywhere. 'Cause you're my sweet tender fire, burning in my heart. Ooh, girl, I'll never leave you, baby. As long as I have your love, baby, I don't care. No, 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 no. You get my heart on fire, fire, baby. Yeah, you got my heart on fire. Go ahead and relax your mind, 'cause I want us to take advantage of this time to make the best of memories of our life. Give me chills. I love your reaction when I look at you. You make me open up my body. I'm flying, babe. Oh, yeah. 'Cause you're my sweet, yummy brown sugar, babe. And I wanna lay my kisses everywhere. 'Cause you're my sweet, baby, tender fire, burning in my heart. Ooh, girl, I'll never leave you, baby. As long as I have your love, baby, I don't care. You got my heart on fire, fire, baby. Yeah, you got my heart on fire. Oh, you got my heart on fire. Yes, you do. I can't wait to.
Man, great music, man. Ooh, that's a good one. Let me see you real quick. Oh boy. It's a good one, man. Y'all got some good music, man.
Appreciate it.
People, the world needs to hear this.
Yeah.
They're hearing it right now.
Oh, the world is hearing it right now,
Yeah.
It need to be yeah, right, man, So albums.
Yes, I have about 6 albums ready.
Ready to go?
Ready to go. About
Say ready to go.
ready to go. 15 songs each.
Oh
I
man.
got a lot of music. Oh yeah.
A library full of stuff. Huh?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. When you think you're gonna put one together? I mean, when you gonna just release a whole CD?
Oh man. You know what? I just need to come up with a date and just do it.
Just let it out.
Just
huh?
let it out. Yeah. I need to get down and buckle down with it. It's a lot of other things I've been focused on.
Outside of music?
Outside of music, yeah. And I'm starting to get back, you know what I mean? Just go ahead and so I can fully focus on the music side,
Yeah, Red, do that, man.
Yeah.
Because time waits for no one.
Yeah, you're right.
You look up and Like I tell my son all the time, I say, look here, man, let me tell you something. I say, you were young when you start playing that bass and them guitars. You know, you was just 8, 9 years old, you know, when you started. Now you 23.
Wow. Yeah.
You
I
get what I'm
believe
saying?
that.
And getting ready to turn 24.
Yeah.
Time waits for no one. You said something earlier. You gotta get in the bullpen. What did you say about
You got to go where the
If
buffaloes
you
where the
roam.
want,
buffaloes roam?
yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's something you gotta do.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta get it. Now technology can get you there
Yeah.
today
Yeah.
without having to go
Yeah.
out of town if you know how to work it.
That's where that hustle come
That's
back
where the
into
hustle
play.
came in. You know, I had a couple of rappers came in here and they talked to me, and they said, Mr. Eaton, I want some advice. How can we get our music out there? And this is just me talking now. I could be incorrect. I said, well, man, you know, in a day age like now, what's stopping you from calling? I just said, for example, I'm throwing some out there. Bad Boy Records. What's stopping you from picking up the phone, calling Bad Boy Records, a Jive Records, or whatever record company it is that's out there? What's stopping you with new day technology of calling them? Okay, you gonna call Bad Boy Records. This is Sabrina. How may I help you? Sabrina, I want to know, who do I send my music to? That would be John Tanner. You get me? She gonna shoot you straight to voicemail. Boo! It's John Tanner. Please leave a message at the sound of the tone. Right? You gonna keep on calling until Sabrina becomes familiar with your voice. You gonna call one day and she goes, Bad Boy Records. Hey Sabrina. Oh hey Bobby.
Yeah.
How you doing? What's going on today? I don't know. What's the weather like? Blah 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 blah. Well, you know, Sabrina, I've been calling. I'm still trying to reach John Tanner. Well, hold on, Bobby. Let me see if he's in his office.
Right.
Put you on hold. All of a sudden, John Tanner, how can I help you? You get me, Bob? Oh, hey, Mr. Tanner, how you doing? This is Bobby Eaton, and I'm a friend of Sabrina's on the front desk.
Yeah.
You get me?
Yeah.
I'm a friend of Sabrina's, and I just wanted to know how I could get some music to you. Well, y'all send it to me to John Tanner at badboyrecords.com. You know what I mean? That's my email address. Okay, I'll do it. And he hang up. Bloop. Then you get back on, you go back, you talk to Sabrina. Hey, Sabrina, he gave me his email address. Well, John normally don't pass out his email address like that to anybody. Send some music to him, Bobby. Okay, I'm going to do that. So you go home, you get your music all together, make sure it's all tight, send him a couple of songs. Boom, you put it in his email address. And then all of a sudden you wait, a few days later, you call back. Bad Boy Records, this is Sabrina. Hey, Sabrina. Hey, Bobby. Did you send those songs off to John? Yeah, well, he's in his office right now. Hold on for a minute. John Tanner. Oh, hey, John, this is Bobby Eaton. I sent you a couple of songs. Oh, yeah, Bobby. I listened to a couple of those tunes right there. Now that first song was, man, I don't know. But that second song,
Right.
man, I really feeling that one. I'm going to send that. Lil Wayne is cutting his album. His producer's name is so-and-so. So I'm going to shoot that over there to him, and I'll let you know. What's your number? How can you be reached? Blah, 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 blah. You can do this stuff from right where you at.
Yeah.
You know, because technology, telephones, everything,
Email.
social media, emails are right at your fingertips. But you got to be consistent in what you do.
Right.
You can't work on something today, which is Wednesday, and then I'm going to wait until 2 weeks from now, another Wednesday, and work on it then. You got to do this stuff every day.
Right.
This is what we call consistency. And the early bird gets the worm. The one who does the most research in today, 2021, I think are the ones who are going to have the success. Because you said it earlier, they're the ones grinding and putting it in. You know what I mean? You don't have to be on a national level where everybody know you to be what they call a rock star. You can do that on the internet's a beast.
Yes.
You can become a beast on the internet, and some people don't even know who you are. So it's about investing in what's in front of your face and in your fingertips. to make things. We're reaching the world right now as we speak. We sitting right here. We know we got a whole lot of listeners out there listening, and they listening because technology's got us there. You know, they're watching on Facebook Live, KBOB. They're doing our website. They're watching on YouTube. You know, and all of these platforms, and we're right here in Tulsa, Oklahoma, sitting right here in T-Town, a little video, a radio station right here, making it happen. So you gotta grind. You gotta get out there. You just can't sit around and just expect it to happen without you putting something in it to happen. Ain't that right, Doc Sharp?
That's right. That's right.
I want to talk about the motherland too. I came back home and we opened up a dispensary called the Motherland right on Apache over here.
Oh yeah.
And
businessman.
Yeah. So even having that, you know, my music, my stage presence has went up, because for me to stop the Motherland, I gotta be compensated, because we touching a couple dollars now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's another thing that's pushed our music to the side. Not to say to the side a little bit, but we're putting footprints in the sand for our kids.
Right, and you learn your work ethic from other projects and ventures that you've been in.
Indeed.
And it's a continuum.
Yeah. So
and you got to be able. See, that's smart. You know what I mean? Because you're not just depending upon one particular thing. Mm-hmm. You know, they say most millionaires got multiple stuff that they involved in. Yeah. You know, that's how they got to where they at. You know, multiple streams of income.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what we as Black people need to get to the point to where we can see, rather than just make potato pies and that's all we do.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I mean? You know, put some other stuff with that to make it happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, because even musicians, we ran into that. Like if you sang gospel, you couldn't do R&B.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Man. Don't you remember that?
Yeah. And we had to break through so many barriers, man. I remember, you know, like, why come I can't, you know what I mean? When you go into Quick Trip, you know, they don't ask you where you get your money from. they just take your money.
Yeah. That's right.
Can I help you? Speak to you when you leave. Speak to you when you get out. Yeah.
Next.
Yeah. Right. Mm-hmm. And so that used to bother me. So I think our generation kind of broke through those barriers.
We did.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, because a whole lot of gospel artists in our generation start singing R&B.
Yeah.
You know, they really did. That's barriers.
Right.
Wow. You know?
And so to see them venture out into other businesses and become entrepreneurs and I mean, it's just an amazing thing to watch and observe. And I kind of been on the sideline, kind of watching and watch them do their thing. You know what I mean? My motto, man, if you want, you know, your kids to lead, you have to let them lead. You know.
Yeah, you do.
You know, you have. I mean, that's how they learn. You know.
That's how I had to learn that with my son. Like, I raised him a certain way, so when he would give me certain things, I have to listen to him, because now I'm not trusting my energy. You know, my upbringing that I'm putting into him. Mm-hmm. It's like, and for example, Trey I got a son named Trey too.
Okay.
But he got drafted to this high school. And he said, "Dad, I don't know about this high school." I said, "Man, you better take this $15,000 that they gonna give you.
You better."
And then we're gonna get to I think the next school was Notre Dame or something. That was his next
football.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Came back again. He said, "Dad, I don't like." I said, "Man, we're gonna take it." He said, "Dad, they're hazing me. They're trying to haze me." I called his mom and said, "Listen, I don't want to have to come down there. Will you please go get him out of that school so we can, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be ugly." You know what I mean? And,
is it Notre Dame?
Well, nah, he's at Eastern Illinois.
No,
but this was middle school going to high school.
Okay, middle school going to high school.
Yeah,
okay, I got you.
And it's like a feeder school in the Notre Dame.
Right, I got you.
Yeah.
So I still had to listen to him and trust it that he was gonna go to this school that nobody knew him and still come out with a 3.5, 3 championships. He holds a record in long jump. You know, got a full ride and still push through. It wasn't as easy as that was, because they knew who he was over there. They already had a football, basketball, track for him over there. So he had to push, and I had to listen to Trey. Going back to what you say, I had to listen to him and trust that this was it. But when he told me about that, I said, "Oh yeah, Let me get him out of here, man.
Sometimes we need to listen to our children.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
exactly.
It's not all about what we want.
Right.
We gotta listen to what our children. You know,
Absolutely.
because we make mistakes.
Yeah.
You know, we.
Yeah.
You know, children are not born with an instruction manual.
Right.
You know, so and we make mistakes, and
Right.
we're in the learning process too.
Oh, yeah.
Right. And they need to be happy.
Mhm.
You know, they need to follow their passion, and they need to learn. You know,
Oh man,
they need to
be
bump
happy.
their heads and learn, and you know. So I think it's important, man, that we do listen.
Yeah, we got to listen because we can learn too.
Mhm.
That's why I like young people.
Yeah.
I really deal with a lot of youth, you know, because I understand they're not all stuck in their ways.
Mhm.
You know, they're stuck. You know, our generation, some of us just stuck.
Yeah.
You know, we got a routine we do. Some of us in our generation, we wake up in the morning and we drink a cup of coffee. You know what I mean? Coffee in the coffee pot. Then we go in there and punch the remote control for The Price is Right. You know what I mean? And Judge Mathis and watch all that. And then we try to figure out what we going to cook.
Right.
You know, and it's just regular routine. Wait for the grandkids to get out of school or something in the evening and come over to the house.
Right.
You know, go to church on Sunday, some of them, you know.
Mhm.
And that's just an ongoing, you know, thing. But young people, I tell my young people all the time, I say, look here, y'all need my wisdom. I say, all is great, but I need y'all's energy.
Yeah.
Y'all got the energy. If you just listen to things I can share with you and take it and run with it and put your little piece with it, man, you can conquer the world. You know what I mean? If you just, you know, and I'm going to tell you some mistakes not to make. That, you know, if I made some mistakes, I'm going to tell my son, man, don't do this. Don't do that, because if if you do that, this is what's going to happen.
Right.
You know what I mean? And if you go and do it and it happens, well, I told you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You told me, Daddy, don't do that, man, because here's what they doing today. I say, what do you mean that they doing? Don't. You know, you on Facebook all the time. You need to get on Instagram. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You need to start getting on there. Oh, wait a minute, I'm on Facebook. But now I get on Instagram. And I do both.
Yeah.
You know, so we have to listen to where it's coming from,
Yeah.
you know, and the world is constantly evolving.
Mhm.
Things are changing, you know, and music is changing.
Yeah.
You know, it's changing.
Oh yeah.
You know,
The song that we have now out now this with the Black Wall Street Music Project. I used to sing it, you know, when I wrote it, you know, by myself, the whole song. And so I decided I wanted, you know, my sons to come in because they had started developing their own flavor.
okay.
And I said, I could, you know what I mean? I said, wait a minute, look, y'all, I can trust y'all on this stuff because y'all killing the game, you know what I mean? And so said, okay, two, you take the first verse, Red, you take the second verse, and then I come in with the third verse with the change, which a lot of songs don't have changes no more, you know.
Yeah, they sure don't.
They don't. And so
Right.
we put that change on them. And so and then they came up with a lot of different intricate background vocals, you know, where it's like intertwined, and you know what I mean. Back in the day, we do oohs and ahs, you know.
Yeah, right.
But you know, but they added some different kind of flavor that really spiced up the song. And so, man, I was just so. And that was, we did that one, and then we did the Christmas CD, the Christmas song album. And so, you know, it's just been adding their energy and their flavor and their experiences, their life experiences came out through a lot of the music, as you've probably heard through the songs that they just played. And so, man, we have to do that. And it adds, it gives the music that you know a whole new life and a whole new look, and it gave it a whole new facelift, so to speak, you know. And we have to be very respectful, man, of everybody's contribution. You know what I mean? So I'm just excited, man, to be here and work with them. I just got I'm emotional right now.
Oh man, you something else, boy. That's pretty good, though. That's pretty.
Oh,
That's
Well, I'm gonna
pretty
make you
good.
sing it over anyway. So.
Okay.
right.
Yeah, make it
And
redo it. Huh?
I can't be in studio with them because they make you do everything over. Like,
Hey,
come on, man. That lick was right. No, do it over.
Yeah, that's the way it go.
Yeah.
Well, look here, man. We're gonna take another little short pause for the calls, a
Okay.
little break. You know what I mean? We got Shaw in the house right
Shaw
here.
here.
Shaw in the house.
Showing up.
That's right. So you're on the Bobby Eaton Show where we tell our stories our way. So continue to support us and get by and see us if you can. Okay. All right. We're gonna be right back. So stick around.
Hey, Tulsa, Oklahoma. Welcome to Black Wall Street Tees and Souvenirs, where you can get the best Black-owned T-shirts, apparel, and souvenirs right here in the heart of Tulsa. For more information, please call 918-523-0608 or shop online with us at bwstshirts.com. And we hope to see you soon.
Last Stop Lawn Maintenance and Landscaping is hiring today. Must have a valid driver's license and must have a 2 years verifiable experience mowing and lawn maintenance with the company. Strict attendance policy is required. Honest, dependable, and team-oriented. No sex offenses or crime against children. Must apply online at www.laststoplawnmaintenance.com. Apply today.
Hello, Tulsa. This is Janetta Toles with Sunday Dinner and More by Janet, your weekend soul spot. Every Saturday and Sunday from 11 a.m. until 4 p.m. We're located 531 East Apache in the historic Apache Circle Center. Of course, during these times, it's carry-out only, but you can call 918-951-5143. That's Sunday Dinner and More by Janet.
Can't fool myself, I don't want nobody else to ever love me. You are my shining star.
P&J Publishing Incorporated announces a new book release, The Entrepreneurial Woman. The World is Your Playground by Angela K. Chambers, MES. Available right now for pre-order at payhip.com/B/NBAC. The book release is set to hit June 1st, 2020. If you're ready to publish your book, visit us online at www.pnjpublishing.com. Unleash that book that's inside of you with P&J Publishing.
Everybody's talking about you and her together. How could you do that to me?
Do you manage or own a business in North Tulsa? Websites for Good wants to help put you on the map. Google Maps. You're invited to our free pop-up event the last 2 Saturdays this August from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the TEDC East Suites in the Shops on Peoria. Learn how to successfully promote your business using Google Maps. No commitment, no catch involved. And we got prizes. 2 lucky participants are getting paid. All you got to do is enter is show up. Shout out to the sponsors, builders, and backers, Heartland Ford and Accenture.
We're ready for life beyond COVID-19, beyond boundaries. It's time to move beyond, connect beyond, celebrate beyond, live beyond. And the vaccine is our best shot at getting there. Get your free vaccine at vaccinate918.com today. Brought to you by the Tulsa Health Department.
All right. Hey, we're back on the Bobby Eaton Show. This is where we tell our stories our way out of the heart of Black Wall Street, Tulsa, Oklahoma. Hey, we are taking donations over here. 1533 North Norfolk. So if you got a donation to help support this community radio station, we have a donation bucket in here. You can just come in here. You can write a check to Eden Media Services, our Cash App, Eden Media Services. Yeah, we are the community radio station. Everybody and their grandma done been up in here at one time or another. And we want to continue on being of service to the black community or to the community in general. And we can't survive without those donations and commercials and things like that. So, won't you, come in and talk to us, stop by. Doors are always open, and that's where we like to do it. In the studio, Shaw is in the house, and these. Man, how many, Doc Shaw? How many records you got out there, man? You got a ton.
It's a lot, man. I still
Have you counted?
I really haven't stopped to count them, but I'm just trying to leave because I know they're going to be here long after I'm gone, and that's what I want, So I'm working on.
Where you going, man?
Well, I'm thinking about going to. I need to go back to Europe, So I wanted to.
Yeah, you was over in Europe. I remember that, man. How did you get to Europe, man?
Man, this is crazy. I went to France. I went to Lyon, France, on a tour. I was there with Surface, Y'all Rolling Peoples.
Right, I remember that.
There's a internet from France. There's an internet store that does vinyl and 80s music, and they picked up 2 of my songs that they wanted to press and sell. So I made a deal with them. So after they start playing, then the promoter was doing the show with Y'all Rolling Peoples and Surface, and then they asked me if I want, hey, do you want to come, Doc Shaw, and so I went and I performed, man. It was amazing, man. It was.
I know it was.
They knew all the lyrics to my songs.
Yeah, they know more about you than you know about yourself.
And I heard that that's how they learned English, by singing, the songs in English. So it was an amazing tour, man. I got to. Me and Y'all Burning Peoples now, we're real good friends. We talk, periodically on the phone. Even Pick from Surface, he plays.
Yeah, Pick. I talk to Pick all the time.
Yeah, man. Pick is a good dude, man.
Yeah, he is, man. Wonderful dude, smart dude.
Yeah, man.
Intelligent brother. Y'all Rolling Peoples, same thing.
Same thing, man. They're just sweet as they can be, man. I was just fortunate, that that's one case where somebody actually sought after me for my music.
Yeah,
and I was really.
Did the late Ena Scoggins have something to do with anything?
You know what? When they contacted me, I contacted him to say, man, you think this is legit? This is,
because he was going over there.
Yeah,
he was over there back and forth a lot.
Right.
Yeah,
I said, man,
he knew the scene.
Oh man, he said, man, Doc, go ahead, yeah, man, do it, and that gave me the confidence to do that, man, because
you didn't know what you were going walking into, right?
I didn't. I really didn't. And through his guidance, man, and his leadership, because he was over there all the time.
Oh yeah, he was back and forth so much. Man.
Yeah, so. The lady in the Scoggins, man. God rest his soul.
He was like a star over there.
Yeah,
over there.
Yeah,
people didn't know about him over here, but he was going over there.
Yeah, he was
cutting up.
Exactly. Man.
Yeah, man. I hate that we lost him.
He's a good brother,
but good dude, good brother.
Yeah, that's what we got to take care of ourselves, man.
Yeah, we do. We have to do that.
Speaking on taking care of ourselves, I want to speak on mental health.
Yeah, go ahead.
I brought one of my partners down 2016. And he came to me in Atlanta. He said, Shaw, I got my dad just left me $27 million, man. What you got for me? I said, I got the whole north side of Tulsa. Let's go. We get out here, and we're getting acclimated because I hadn't been here since 99. I came back for 04 for a couple years, but just with that amount of money, and you got to kind of feel your way out before you start. So 3 months in, I walk in my brother's house. And he says, I'm ready to go to heaven. I'm like, oh.
Who says that?
This is my guy that just brought out here. And
he said he's ready to go to heaven.
He's ready to go to heaven. And I'm like, man, you wouldn't even let me kill a fly if we out there smoking. You like, no, let him live. He's that guy. Everybody is life. His life is life. And I said, is there anything mentally I need to know? He said, nah, I'm 44 years old. I'm ready to go to heaven. I've been rich. I've given my riches away. Congratulations. You've won my, he gave me his artwork. And he said, have fun with my kids. He walks in the kitchen, pulls out 2 knives, and he go in.
What?
Right in the kitchen.
Stabbing himself. His head and everything.
Everything. And everybody's running out of the house at this time.
You there?
I'm there. I'm talking to him, maybe about this close. And I'm trying to get these knives. I'm trying to figure out what the hell is going on, first of all. And I'm trying to get the knives out of his hands with my words. If my brother was there, we would have tackled him. He wouldn't have done all that there. On our time, we'd have had a little more
control of the situation.
And I finally say, all right, and this is my first time telling this story just live like this. So I finally say, well, let's go get something to eat. And he puts the knives down. And
he didn't stab himself already.
Oh yeah, it's already everything bleeding. He says, all right. So we walking out. I walk out first. He slams the screen door, waves at everybody with a big smile, closes the door. Not even 2 minutes. I'm trying to explain to everybody, like, what the fuck just happened? I don't know what. So I walk in and I said, let me get back in this house. Boom, gun go off. So I go in there and my guy's on the ground still breathing. You done got stabbed. You done shot yourself and you're still down there breathing. I mean, you done felt all of these knives. You felt this bullet and you're still breathing 4 days after this. So that put me in a 3-year dark place. I mean, I'm talking about I didn't want to see my kids. I didn't want to talk to nobody. I was a couch potato. You know what I mean? I ruined the couch. The thing that got me out of there was shout out to Falami. Falami sings with Nile Rodgers. She's been singing with him the last 14 years.
Background singer, right?
Right. Sheik, yeah. So I was able to travel a little bit. We went to Obama's last house party, went to Coachella. The video for Sweet Tender, that was in Hawaii. That was just me just giving her support. And when I got out there, I'm like, oh, I might need to do my video out here, and there's an app, all you creators, check out Fiverr, Fiverr, and it's more creatives on there. And I looked on there. There's a photographer in Honolulu on that app that I found to do that video. So we ended up doing it that day. End up getting to Falami's performance late because of that video. So it was like boom, boom, bam. None of that was planned, but it ended up coming out great. But as far as the mental health, what I did to come out of that, I had to change my diet.
You were depressed, wasn't you?
Oh my gosh.
Big time depression.
Huge. I'm talking about falling into depression. And I had to change my diet. I had to work out, meditation, yoga. I had to want to get out of that. I had to still see that light, and seeing that light is knowing your end goal. Just like a life's, I call it life's GPS. And when you know where you wanna go, just like, okay, to get here, we had to put your address in to get here. And it gave us the exact way to get here. You even got a long route, short route, So knowing your end goal, putting it in life's GPS, regardless what you go through, it's gonna guide you to that spot. You know what I mean? And knowing that, I had to shake it off, man, and learn. And that whole situation to me was an upload. I learned so much from that to be able to do what I'm doing now. Open up the motherland, and I can see depression and I can see everything from a mile away. I know how to
deal with the dysfunction and depression, oppression, and people. I'm pretty sure every once in a while you may get some people come to your business like that, right?
Oh yeah, and
in the hood, huh?
And coming in when we give them love because they're for the medicine. They coming to release and to get that anxiety off of them. So we don't fight it with that. We really love on them.
Yeah, and you don't go negative with them.
Yeah. Right, and that's one of the good foundations. You're fortunate because you had love. You had a foundation of love, and you knew how to get back to that. That was really important because trauma is sometimes it can be devastating. People just can't come back from that.
A lot of us haven't came back from
Yeah,
it. Yeah.
you know what I'm saying. And so to see you work through it, because it's day to day. You know what I mean? We've all had a lot of trauma. I had trauma when my dad died when I was 10.
Mhm.
You know, and so it's day to day when you have experienced some things and see some things, and you still got to live your life. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really thankful, you know, for the effort that you've made to still stand. You know what I'm saying? In spite, you know what I mean? That's major.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate it.
So
Yeah, well, that's a good thing because if you got foundation and you got some good stuff put in your spirit,
Yeah.
sometimes you can get through it, you know, without
Yeah.
doing something crazy
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah.
You know,
And
because
you may not get over it, but you can get through
you
it.
get through it.
You can work it.
You know?
It's like a knot in that back. You got to work it out.
Come on now. Yeah.
Like that knot. You're right. And
Yeah.
that's just what it is. Because, you know, I look at a lot of us have experienced some traumatic situations, man, and toxic situations and family dysfunction and
Yeah.
division and all of that stuff that takes place mainly in our community. And we gotta learn how to get back to loving one another,
Right.
you know, and supporting one another,
Right.
and stop the hate, you know.
And brothers specifically, there's a new book out called Black Boy Joy. And I just started reading it, but it talks about the experience of young black men growing up. You know, every time we see a movie and you see black kids, you know, they're having fun. Hey, da da da. You know, it's and every time it's a setup because oh Lord, here's something bad getting ready to happen. You know what I mean? And so, but a lot of black kids have actually, some kids are actually happy growing up. You know, and so finding that joy, we all have to do it in spite of our circumstances.
I know I was happy because I used to look at as a kid. I remember telling my either you or mama, I said, "Man, it just looked like it's boring over their house.
It looked like it's boring.
It's boring. Yeah, I didn't want to go over there with them. They, you know, we got to be ourselves, man.
Yeah,
You know, straight up, still to this day, man.
Got to be yourself. Got to do music. Got to play. Got to have fun. Got to joke. You know.
Oh yeah, you
all the
rag
jokesters. You know,
all the jokesters.
All the jokesters came to our house. You know, everybody had something funny to say.
Okay, hang out over there.
Yeah,
huh?
you know, we grew up ragging.
You're right.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
sure did grow up rag, mama jokes.
Yeah, your
all
mama
that.
joke.
You know, and all
Right.
that kind of stuff back in the day. Man, it's great. Well, man, we've had a great time here this evening.
Yeah,
You
man.
know,
Like
great.
The Sun Will Rise Again, that song.
Yeah,
that,
we gonna play that right now. You're right. I ain't getting off the air right yet, but we gonna play the hit. You know what I mean? So we want you to stick around.
Well, let me say
Go
this.
ahead. Talk about it. How did that come about?
Well, The Sun Will Rise Again came up. It was like, whatever you're going through, sometimes what they say, you have to encourage yourself. And that's really how that song came about. You know, I wrote the song basically to, you know, you're doing music, you know, and music was like my life. So I'm doing music, and then it just seemed like you're just spinning your wheels. You're playing in the clubs, you're playing here, and nothing is really breaking. You know what I'm saying? Everybody said, get a job. You need to get a job. Oh, you
Go to work.
Go to work. You need to get a job, you know. And so just coming out of a deep, you know, slump, you know what I mean? And just encourage, hey, the sun will rise again, no matter what you're going through, you know. But back to what I was saying about Black Boy Joy, we as black men have to really start telling each other that we love each other.
That's true.
And we have to do it in public. We have to do it like on Front Street. We have to, people, I love you, man. You know, we really have to do that.
And really mean it.
And really mean it. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes, even if you don't mean it, just by saying it, you will start, because everybody ain't there yet. You know what I mean? Everybody's not there. It's like learning a different language almost. So love languages come in different forms. So it's almost like you really have to create something and make something like make it up and make it happen. If you know it. And so telling brothers, hey man, I love you, man.
Yeah, man, love you, man.
Love you, for real.
Man, you say that,
and do it in public.
We don't do enough of that.
We don't do enough of that,
no,
man.
We don't.
And we have to. We really have to start doing that.
Words like "love you, man." Hey, man, he's a good brother.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's a good brother right
That's
there,
yeah.
man. You know what I mean?
All love.
That's showing that love.
Yeah.
I try to do it as much as I can, man. With
I do
everybody.
too.
Hey, man, that's so and so. He a good brother, good man.
I know a couple. I just said, they be like, huh? What? I said, oh, you ain't used to that, are you? You ain't used to that.
Got him.
And so now they start doing it. You know what I mean? Love you, man. Love you back.
Love you back.
Yeah.
That's sharing.
Love you too. Yeah.
Yeah. And we gotta let things go that happened years ago.
Oh man.
Because some brothers are whole 10 man. You was in 30 years ago, man. You dated Deborah, and you know what I mean? Come on, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Let that go, man.
Let that go.
Man, don't charge that brother up behind that, man,
Right.
because he took your girl back 30 years ago.
Right.
So we gotta let this kind of stuff go.
We gotta let stuff go, man. Because life is just moving so fast.
It is.
I used to tell my sons all the time. I say, all right, man, you gonna wake up, you gonna be 40.
That's what I say.
You gonna be,
I say it all the time.
57.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
you look up, man, and then hey, you're gonna be taking medication.
Right. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
If you ain't careful.
Right.
Yeah.
So handle your business, man. Let some of that stuff go, man.
And keep moving on.
Keep moving, man.
Life is a walk, man, that we all do, and we must make the best of our lives.
Yeah.
Think about it, man. We got to make the best of our lives.
Yeah.
They say you live once.
Yeah.
When you live and then you die.
We have one life.
One life.
That's it.
And that's it. We don't get two.
We don't get
three.
two.
We all, looking like, hey, man, we got time and stuff, because time waits for no one.
No one.
No one. If you don't do that record this year, then, you better try to make it next year.
Mm-hmm.
If next year come.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So what you do, what you put in it is what you're going to get out of it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be a man who live a life, die, and never gave to anybody. Nobody don't know who you are, nothing. You ain't never helped nobody.
Right.
I don't want to be that guy.
Right.
You can go out to Crown Hill right now, walk around, and I don't even know who some of these guys. Oh, but that's so-and-so right there.
Mm-hmm.
Because that they left a legacy, or they did something that impacted even your life.
Right.
So I don't want to be that guy that just, and I tell my kids all the time, look, y'all ain't got to have, when I get out of off this earth, if I leave before you, I said, just have a good band.
Right.
What I say, y'all just have a good band.
And the band played on.
I say, man, have a good band.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just all the rest of that riff-raff, you ain't got to do that.
Right.
Just have a good band.
Yeah.
Band kicking, fellas popping it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody enjoying themselves.
Exactly.
Hey, man, so that's part of it right there. But hey, we're going to get into this, the sun will rise again.
The sun will rise again.
We got t-shirts.
Y'all want to talk about that?
Yep.
We got t-shirts.
T-shirts for the sun will rise again.
We got
t-shirts. I am Black Tulsa.
Man, you gave me some shirts, man. I'm telling everybody right now, I got some shirts. I'm going to be putting them on, too, wearing them around.
Oh, yeah. Appreciate it.
And and also I like to mention Doc Sweet Heat, Flavor Like a Boss. Now in Oasis Fresh Food.
Come on.
Market. Come on, y'all.
Come on. You up in there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's up in there. And it's also at Ida Reds.
Uh-oh.
So we got it coast to coast.
Man, you better bring me a ball or two,
I got
man.
you. I got you.
Because
when you get Doc Sweet Heat, you got Flavor Like a Boss.
It was good.
Yeah.
I was like, man, Lester than Doctor, man. What is this, man?
Turn to your neighbor and say Flavor Like a Boss.
Flavor like a boss. Flavor like a boss. Yeah,
but the sun will rise again, man. It's an amazing song. A friend of mine, he just got through his last cancer treatment, and he listened to that song, man. He said, man, he said, man, you and your sons, he named them L2 and Red Sail. He spelled Red Sail with a Z though.
Red Sail.
Red Sail.
Red Sail.
And he said, man, the song, man, he said, man, it's just amazing, man. So it's almost like what Red said earlier when you and this is the way we did the video too. When you allow people to just be creative and do themselves and not try to, you know, telegraph what they should get from the song, it's better because now it becomes their song, you know. And so that's how I felt even when we did the video, that we just didn't, you know, sometimes when you tell the story for people, they don't have an opportunity to participate. And so when we did the video, the thing shot up, man, it's almost 30 views now just on YouTube. They get to feel what they did, get to connect to how you were feeling and then make that feeling their own. You know what I'm saying? And so when they listen to the words and they listen to the music and they listen to the vocals behind it, they know it's sincere and it's authentic, you know. And it's one of those things, man, where we really have to be authentic with our music and how we present it, and so and allow people to join in. So I think we need to hear some encouraging songs right now, and so I think this is really kind of resonated with a lot of people.
Well, good, man. We're going to play this fantastic song right here on the Bobby Eaton Show, and it is called The Sun Will Rise Again.
Got my light on top of the water. I see light on top of the rain. Yeah. Love is strong enough to conquer, and the sun will rise again. Oh. And the sun will rise again. Yeah. I got more light on top of the water. Yeah. And I'm here to let it shine for me and you. Love is strong enough to conquer. Let it shine for me and shine for you. Shine for you. Let it shine for me. Let it shine. Let it shine. Hey, let it shine, shine, shine. Oh, even though when you don't understand, you will know when the time is right. In the midst of all confusion, you'll see darkness turn into light. Keep your light on top of the water, 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 water. Let love shine on top of the rain. Rain. 'Cause love is strong enough to conquer, and the sun will rise again. Sun will rise again. Oh, 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 oh.
Man, oh man. What a great song.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Oh man, just a great song. Wow. You can put that in rotation.
Come on. Put it in rotation.
Right, man. So it's
it's engineering on it.
You did? Who played on that? Who's a musician?
Me, B. Jones.
Okay. Brian Jones.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Brian been doing a lot of our stuff. Man.
Okay.
Brian knows how to me,
He's
knows
a young genius, huh?
He knows how to feel what you want.
Give you what you want.
Yeah. And feel it. I mean, it's like, okay, look, this is what I want right here. And he's able to put what you're feeling into to give you exactly what you want. Mm-hmm. And a lot of musicians
don't know how to do that.
They don't know how to do that. They just want to play what they want to play.
Yeah, shout out to B. Jones. I first heard B. Jones when he's in the 10th grade. I went and knocked on his door. His mama came to the door. She said, "No, B. Jones ain't doing none of that secular music."
Yeah, because I remember his mother. You know what I mean? Very well. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It been up until she passed. You know.
Mm-hmm. B. Jones on 3. 1, 2, 3. B. Jones.
His sister can sing too.
Oh
yeah.
Yeah.
Man, yes.
They need to be putting out music themselves.
I think they're working on something.
Well, they need to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But and from Tulsa, these are musicians here.
I know, right? Tulsa has some great musicians and entertainers, man.
Yeah.
Don't y'all sleep on Tulsa out there, y'all out there. We got some bad boys and girls here.
That's right.
That can do some music and do some things and stuff like that, you know. So
yeah, man.
Well, look here, man. We didn't come to the end of the show.
Oh,
yeah, man. End of the show.
I thought we were spending the night.
Yeah, come on, man. Hey, I want to thank y'all, man, for taking time out of your busy schedules to share these stories. This is recorded, so you can go back. For those who missed it, they can go back to Facebook Live, KBOB 89.9, YouTube. You can see it on there.
Yeah.
You know, you just Google it, man, and it'll be there.
But, man, you know, thank you for doing what you do. You came back to Tulsa, man, and you said, hey, Doc, I'm coming back. I said, cool, man. Let's do this.
Yeah,
thing.
You was talking to me when I was in Houston.
But you were in Houston?
Yeah, I was living there because I lived there 22 years, man.
Right.
And I decided to come back to Tulsa and do some things.
Yeah. And you did, and you still you did exactly what you say you're going to do, and you make it happen. So, man, we're really honored to be in your presence as well.
Man, I'm honored to have you guys in here, man.
But thank you for having us.
And the fellowship and friendship and the brotherhood will continue.
Yes, sir.
You know, we want to keep it that way until we all out of here.
Come on.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
I love you.
I love you. Yeah, I love you too, my brother. We can say that and feel confident within that. I love y'all.
Yeah, I love you too.
You know, and so, hey, come back, man. We're going to do it again. We'll do it again. We'll come back and talk about some different things. And
we'll talk about the
like
Big Ten ballroom too.
Right. And so you Big Ten ballroom.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about that on the next one.
Yes, sir.
You go back to school tomorrow, huh?
Yeah. The teaching
man,
report
back teaching again, huh?
Yes, sir. It's been
Booker T. Washington High School.
Yeah, man. And I'm really loving it, man. I get to do music all day.
Yeah, right.
Get to put in the dim.
Right. All of that.
So it's good.
Okay. Well, thank you guys. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. You're on the Bobby Eaton Show, where we tell our stories our way every Monday, Wednesday, 6 p.m. Also, Saturdays from 12 to 2 p.m. Hey, if you want to do a show or you got some ideas, email us at eatonmusic2@gmail.com. Again, that's EATON music2@gmail.com. I'm going to give out my phone number. I'm going to pass out that personal number. 832 area code 443-9499. Call me. Let me know what's going on. Juice Radio Show. We are taking donations here. You know, we got a donation bucket over there in the corner, and we taking a couple of donations right there for the Juice Radio Show to help them. We were going and taking them to New York, but COVID has stepped up and kind of knocked some things backwards, and we're always doing something for those kids. You know, we're always trying to help those youth, but it takes funds, it takes money, it takes investment, it takes you in the community to get involved and to help us reach our goals and stuff like that. So any little bit of help, you know what I mean? So we want you to do that. All right. Till next time, have a good one.